They're not just coming in through New York. And keep in mind, Annie, the people that did come in, they didn't have social welfare programs. They didn't go on food stamps. They had to work. They had to stay with family. And what else? They had to learn the language. So thank you for the call, Annie. As far as the Statue of Liberty, I mean, that's from the Godfather movie where he looks up. 1-855-400-7282. Don is listening on WMAL in Washington, D.C. Don, this is John DePetro, and you're up next on the Savage Nation. Hello, Don.
I'm a fan of immigration, and I'm not a believer in amnesty, though, but I was a police officer, and I served as a community policing officer, and I worked 4 neighborhoods, and one of them was top to bottom. Everyone inside there was an illegal alien, illegal immigrant coming from Mexico, and they were straight from Mexico. And the other 3 neighborhoods were all Americans, your typical American living in apartment complexes. And I spent 8 hours in these places, and I went from one to the other. In the one place where all the residents were from Mexico, often I would talk to my other officers and say that they would ask me what it's like working in there. I'd say it's really no different than working with the Americans in the other 3 apartment complexes. And I guess my point is that I always think this debate is a little disingenuous, that if we make these people, we give them amnesty, we turn around, all of a sudden we make them Americans, that they're going to turn around and live the American dream. And my experience is I just don't think it would be the case, because to me, they were no different than the Americans in the exact same positions they were. Those Americans who were already Americans weren't raising themselves up. Not the vast majority. Of course, there's always some who do, but I just think if we turned around and we gave them amnesty, we wouldn't see them flooding out of those apartment complexes. They wouldn't become living the American dream. I think they would stay just where they were. And I think in some ways, if we were to give them amnesty, we might even shackle them to that place.
But Don, not only that, I think the biggest difficulty is how do you then stop the onslaught, the invasion from being upped even another level? If you hear that the open bar is going to continue, that the free buffet is about to kick into gear, thank you for the call. That, to me, don't you think that's really the biggest danger here? It's not even the people that are here. It's their friends and family. The word goes out that the party is on. Now is the time to jump in. Everything's free, right? That's what, to them, that's what freedom means. Sherry is in North Carolina listening on WFNC. Sherry, you're up next on the Savage Nation. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Very well, Sherry. Go right ahead.
I'm an immigrant, and when I became a citizen, Cincinnati, Ohio made me show my ID before I voted.
Where are you from?
I'm actually Hispanic from Trinidad.
And how long have you been in this country?
Oh, my gosh. I came here when I was 14, so I've been here a long time. And I fully agree that I don't like what's going on. My parents came from Europe, came here legally, had to show. It's a long story, but...
You agree that they should not be given the opportunity to vote?
No amnesty. Absolutely not.
Right. They should not be allowed to vote. And, Sherry, the reason is because then it just becomes a game. Whoever would promise them the most freebies, that's who they basically would vote for. I mean, that's already been going on, but it'd be condoning it even more.
You're not allowed to. We were told the rule is when you come here as an immigrant, you cannot get any freebies.
Well, but you know, thank you for the call, Sherry. I mean, we all know that is hardly the situation. That is hardly the scenario. And in many parts of the country, they do vote, and they are given a chance to vote. And there's so many fraudulent documents, and there's so many fraudulent, it's in process right now, and all this other stuff. It's a crime. It's a crime because it's not enforced. And then everybody's how can they not be frustrated? 1-855-400-SAVAGE. 1-855-400-7282. K Online 2 is listing in New Mexico on KKOB. Kay, this is John DePetro. It's your turn on the Savage Nation. Hello, Kay.
Oh, hi, John. I'm really excited.
Oh, great.
We have lots of illegal aliens living throughout New Mexico. And what's happening is they come in, a lot of these illegals will come in and set up small businesses under the radar. And we're talking cleaning, yard work, manual labor, things like that. And they're displacing the Hispanics. I mean, our Hispanics are the majority that are living here, and they're upset with all of this taking over of illegal Mexicans coming up into this area. And we have increased burglary. We have gunshots, killings, knifing, homeless. It's just really sad. It's just tragic, and it shouldn't be happening, and it mustn't happen. And we're a poor state, and I would say approximately a third of this state is already on welfare, and then we get all of this influx coming over that are getting the freebies and on vacation here.
And Kay, does anyone speak up against it? Any of our political leaders in New Mexico?
Not really. Our governor does. She's been trying to say that they cannot get driver's licenses. And, of course, our state is Democratic through and through, and the legislature won't budge on that. And so we do have some Republicans, and they have been the ones to try and get the bills into committees in order to get a vote on the license, and finally did, and was voted down.
What is happening to many of the Latino businesses as a result of this?
Pardon me?
What is happening? You said the illegals are setting up small illegal businesses. What's happening to a lot of the Latinos that were already operating the business?
Well, this is how it works.
Just quickly. I mean, are they going on welfare? Are they working for them? What exactly is happening to those small businesses?
Well, for instance, we have a small business cleaning that's legal, but if you can get cheaper work, then that company will hire the cheaper Mexicans.
I see. Thank you for the call, Kay. What about line 4? Greg is in Reno, listening on KKOH. Greg, you're up next on the Savage Nation. Hello.
Hi, John. How are you doing?
Very well, Greg. Go right ahead.
Okay, well, first off, I would never vote for anybody that wants to give illegal aliens driver's license, amnesty, Social Security, voting rights, etc. And I got to tell you, I am so sick and tired of clowns like the Wallbanger who want to go to bat for the loser Republicans like Juan McShane, Rubio, Jeb Bush, etc. And they want to bring in as many as they can, even if they're illegal aliens. So you got those loser Republicans, you got the clowns that want the cheap labor. And me personally, I'd put an end to all immigration, all visas, revoke the citizenship of all these rotten little jackpot babies, put an end to birthright citizenship, throw them out along with all the Muslims who want to kill us because we're not Muslims. And I'm the only one that got to say this.
Thank you for the call. 1-855-400-SAVAGE. 1-855-400-7282. Mike on line 1 is listening on WMAC in Georgia. Mike, you're up next on the Savage Nation. Hello.
Yeah, hi. First, I'll make a comment to Mark, the guy that led this off. He tipped his hand to being a liberal by saying, how rich people are taking advantage of all the illegals. Mark, if you do things legally in the United States of America, no one can ever take advantage of you, my friend. So that's my lesson for you. I'm a Canadian that now lives in the United States and is a very proud American passport holder. I'm a citizen and I vote here. And if you want to make all these illegals come out of the shadows, fine. They can pay what it costs me to hire lawyers to become an American citizen. I can be reimbursed that money instead of us just giving back these earned income tax credits. And, no way ever should they be allowed to vote, period. If you want to come to this country legally, no problem. You can vote. You can do it the great way and become part of this great society. But if you want to come here illegally, there's a price to pay. There's a price to pay to become an American and be proud to be here. And we're making it a joke to become an American. It used to be a point of pride.
Thank you for the call, Mike. 1-855-400-SAVAGE. This is John DePetro sitting in for Dr. Michael Savage, and this is the Savage Nation.
Join the Savage Nation. Call now, 855-400-SAVAGE, 855-400-7282. Savage.
My Savage Nation is sponsored by SwissAmerica.com, the only company I trust to protect my wealth with gold and silver.
This is the Savage Nation. This is John DePetro sitting in for Dr. Michael Savage. You can join our program 1-855-400-SAVAGE. Let's go out to Josh, who's listening to the Savage Nation on KVOR in Colorado Springs. Josh, hello.
Hello, John. Thank you for taking my call. You're
very welcome.
And thank you for your service to our country.
Thank you.
I just wanted to make a quick comment about illegal immigrants that would come in from Mexico and ask for services for our call. And we would go out there for domestic violence or whatever it may be, their request for service. And then you can't charge the immigrant with any kind of a crime that they requested for you to come out there to charge them with because they don't have a true identity. So basically you just let the fish go back into the water. You catch them and you let them go. They call and they want your help, and you come out there and you break up whatever may have happened. Anyone else would get arrested and charged with a crime. They don't. You let them go. You let them drive off in their illegal truck and without insurance, with their license plates expired. It's crazy. And now we have a potential candidate running for president that people are saying we should elect just because she's a woman. And she's helped with the amnesty to these illegal immigrants that we cannot charge with anything.
You know, good. Thank you for the call, Josh. You know, I hear this from law enforcement at the same time, that they'll arrest someone and it could be even a charge of shoplifting or whatever. They have to let them go, and they know they're not going to show up for court. Check out the website, michaelsavage.com. Your chance to pre-order Countdown to Mecca. It's going to be available May 12th. John DePetro sitting in for Dr. Michael Savage. This is the Savage Nation.